Hi Denzel, welcome to this midweek lesson. Last Sunday, you were amazing, and of course, we finally had an opportunity to start with the second episode of Rita's story, where we actually saw Rita searching for her ball because she tried finding it on her own, but of course, she couldn't discover. So she decided to ask for help from Mario, and that was exactly what we saw in that episode. We read out the sentences and we saw some very important phrases which were used by Rita, such as s'il vous plaît, which obviously we said is used for please, the magic word, of course, which you want to, whenever you want to ask for a favor, you say s'il te plaît or s'il vous plaît in French, and of course, it will mean please. All right. So today we're going to continue with activity one, in continuation, of course, of that episode, where we're going to practice a particular sound, a sound, of course, which you're already familiar with, which you already know. And that sound is a A sound. Can you repeat again? A. A. Very good. So in the A sounds, we have the following. Please repeat the sounds after me. A. A. E. 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 Very good. One more time. We have A. A. E. A. A, and A. So you realize clearly that we have about four sounds here which make the A sound. The first A, which is the main sound. The second, the ER, which is still pronounced A. The third is the ET, which is pronounced A. And of course, the next, which is EZ, still pronounced A. The other two, the ES and the AI, are pronounced E. Okay. Now let's head on to the main activity, which is activity one, where we're going to practice this sound reading the following sentences. So are you ready? Let's go. Excellent. Let's start with the first sentence. Élodie, Élodie, la fée, va à pied. Élodie, la fée, va à pied acheter du thé, du café et des pâtés. Alright, let's read the sentence again. Élodie, la fée, va à pied acheter du thé, du café et des pâtés. Well done. And what does this sentence mean? When we say Elodie, Elodie obviously is the fairy's name. And la fée is how we call a fairy in French. A fairy in French is called what? La fée, which is the word we have right here. And then the next sentence, va à pied, va à pied. Va à pied simply means walks on foot. Walks on foot, or if you like in English, you can say treks. When someone is trekking, of course, you're walking on foot. So now let's link it to the first sentence and let's understand what we have here. The first sentence again, Élodie, la fée, va à pied, which means Élodie, the fairy, walks on foot, or Élodie, the fairy, treks. The next sentence, acheter du thé. Acheter du thé. Acheter is a verb to buy. Acheter is a verb to buy, which means buys some tea. Yes, because tea in English is what we call tea. So Elodie the fairy walks on foot to buy some tea. The next item is du café. Du café. And café in English is what we call coffee. Et des pâtés. Et des pâtés means and some pastas. Pâté in French is what we call in English pasta. So now the entire sentence gives us Élodie la fée va à pied acheter du thé, du café et des pâtés, which simply means Élodie the fairy walks on foot to buy some tea, some coffee, and some pasta. Very good. Let's move on to the next sentence. Repeat after me. Prenez le tap-tap. Prenez le tap-tap. Madame l'a fait. Good. Now let's take it again back from the top. Prenez le tap-tap. Madame l'a fait. What does this mean? It simply means take some tap-tap, Miss Fairy. So this means the verb prenez here is a verb to take. And le tap-tap is a special food. So the name still remains tap-tap in English. So take some tap-tap. And then we have Madame la Fée. We said Madame means Miss. And remember la Fée, like we saw above, means the fairy. So, Miss Fairy. Take the tap-tap, Miss Fairy. Next. Dis Rémi. Si pressé. Dis Rémi. Si pressé. And what does dire Rémi si pressé means? First of all, dit is a verb to say. Dit is a verb to say. And Rémi obviously remains the name. And this word si pressé here, si pressé means in a haste or in a hurry. So Rémi is the one asking Miss Fairy to take some tap-tap. And of course, Miss Fairy, of course, seems to be in a haste. But Rémi does not want her to pass by without taking some tap-tap, which she kept specially for her. So let's take the entire sentence over again. Prenez le tap-tap, Madame l'a fait, dit Rémi, si pressé, which means take some tap-tap, Miss Fairy, said Rémi in a hurry. Alright, now let's have a look at the next sentence, which happens to be the last. Repeat again after me. You're doing so great, and we hope you continue with this excellent performance in our next lesson. So, please, let's go on. Repeat after me. Trop tard, Rémi, j'ai déjà acheté le thé et le café chez ton ami René. Alright, let's take it again from first. Trop tard, Rémi, j'ai déjà acheté le thé et le café chez ton ami René. Good. Now let's analyze and understand the sentence. Trop tard in English means too late. Too late. T-O-O. Too late. When of course you are heading maybe to school and you're late, you want to enter, your teacher says too late, your not allowed to get in. So she's going to say in French, trop tard. And then Rémi, of course, remains the name. J'ai déjà. J'ai is a verb to have. And of course, in this case here, it's in the past tense. So, j'ai déjà acheté, which remember, acheter, the verb we already saw above, means the verb to buy. And déjà means already. Already. So, the sentence, j'ai déjà acheté means I have already bought. Past tense of to buy, of course, is bought. So, I have already bought, and then she lists the items which she's already bought. First item is le thé, which remember is for tea, et le café, and coffee. Remember, we also saw coffee above. So Miss Ferry is letting Remy know that it's too late. She can't collect what she's offering her because she has already bought some items. And of course, the items are le thé, which is the tea, and le café, which is the coffee. And where did she buy it? She makes us understand that in the next sentence. And she says, chez ton ami René. So chez is obviously the word we use to say at. At. Just like when you're going to your friend's house, you want to say, for example, I'm going to John's house. In French, you say je vais, which is I am going, chez to John's house. Chez John. So, je vais chez John. Je vais chez John. I'm going to John's house. Chez is always to or at. So, Miss Ferry says, chez ton ami René. Chez ton ami René. Which means what? At your friend's René's place. Because remember, ami, just like we've seen several times already, means friend. Ami means friend. And of course, ton is the possessive pronoun, which means your. Let me repeat again. Chez means to or at, which is used when you're talking about going to someone's place. Ton means your possessive pronoun. Ami means friend. And of course, acheter, to buy, which in this case is in the past tense. Déjà, which means already. J'ai, the verb to have in the past tense, I have. And of course, the most important, trop tard, which we said means what? Too late. Too late. Good. So again, let's read the sentence completely this time around more fluently. So repeat again after me. Trop tard, Rémi. J'ai déjà acheté le thé et le café chez ton ami René. Which means what? It means too late, Rémi. I have already bought some tea and coffee at your friend René's place. So you now understand why Miss Ferry does not want to collect the item given to her again by Rémi. So the fairy does not want to collect the item given to her by Rémi because she already has those stuffs. Very well. Okay. So now let's take particular attention to the A sound which we talked about. You can see that in the first sentence, Élodie la fille va à pied acheter du thé et du café et des pâtés. We have the A sound almost in every word. First, we have the word Élodie, which has the A sound. You can see the E apostrophe. La fée, which is for the fairy, which still has the A sound in the E apostrophe. Sorry, the E with the accent. And then we have acheter here again. This time around, not with the E with the accent, but rather with the ER. Remember we said it is still pronounced what? A. Exactly. Alright, and then we have the next GT. GT, which is some tea. Still has the A sound in E with the accent. Café, likewise, we have the A sound in café. We have it in pâté. And of course, in the next sentence, prenez is the first word. Prenez again with the EZ has the A sound. La fée, which you saw already, still mentioned here, having that A sound. Rémi, again, the name, having that A sound. Si pressé, pressé, which you said means in a hurry, has an A sound still. Next sentence, we have Rémi again, which has the A sound. This is it right here. The next is acheter again. This time around, acheter has the A sound, but not with the ER like we saw for the first one. Remember, this one here had an ER. This one here just has the E with the accent, but still pronounced A. Le thé for the coffee, for the tea, we already saw. Café for the coffee, and of course, René again for the last one. So, we hope you've taken note of the A sounds in this word, and most importantly, you now understand what each sentence means. In summary, we have Elodie the fairy who is going or who is walking by foot or on foot, trying to buy some coffee, some tea, and some pasta. And on her way, maybe back home, she passes across Remy's store, and Remy stops her, saying, "Hold on, wait, Miss Fairy, take some tap tap." And Miss Fairy says, "Sorry, Remy, or too late, Remy. I have already bought some item at your friend Rene's place." That's exactly what the story there is telling us. Okay, so we're going to look of course deeper into this in the upcoming lesson, and of course after we're done with that activity 1, we'll head right away to activity 2, where still we'll have a look at those words which still make the A sound in the following, which you can see from these pictures right here. The first word, le nez, which is for the nose, as you can see. The next is un panier, which is of course for a basket. And the next, la laitue, which is for lettuce, which is of course used for making salad. So that'll be it for today. We hope you learned quite a lot from this lesson and you enjoyed the contents. On Sunday, we're going to meet for the live lesson, where we hope you're going to pull out an excellent performance just like you did last Sunday. For now, I'll leave you in the company of this video. Please feel free to watch and rewatch ahead of the next lesson so that you get more prepared, as we're going to practice a lot with these A sounds, particularly on activity 1 and 2, which we just talked about right now. So, we wish you a wonderful day, and it's time to say au revoir. Rendez-vous dimanche. Bye bye. À bientôt.